Okay, so like I said in my last video, I'm going to make a video just about the teas that I drink. We're going to separate them into caffeinated and non-caffeinated because that's really important. A lot of you don't like caffeine, and a lot of you, like me, will not want to drink caffeine later than first thing in the morning. Like, I always have a caffeinated tea in the morning, but anytime after that 1 cup, basically, I just don't want any caffeine whatsoever. So, I've got quite a few, and I'm going to bring them over in chunks and talk about them. Okay, first we have the caffeinated bunch, which I drink in the morning. Some I drink with sugar and lemon, some I just drink with sugar, and some I drink with nothing. So we'll start with the one that I mentioned before, which is the Bigelow Vanilla Chai. This tea is great. It doesn't really taste like the chai you get at Starbucks at all, so I don't know how to explain it except that it's spicy and it's sweet and it's caffeinated and it's really good, and it literally needs nothing, just tea bag and water. Second, I also drink jasmine green tea, and this tea I also don't drink with any sweeteners or anything. It's a little bitter because it's green tea, but the jasmine is so sweet and floral, and it's just really good. So this is the next one I drink. Again, you don't have to drink it with anything. We're talking 0 calories here, people. Then third, I actually picked this random tea up like last year at Christmas time, and I just never drank it until recently. It's caffeinated, but it's Celestial Seasonings Nutcracker Sweet, and it's very similar to their cinnamon and spice tea that they have now. But it's really good. It's just like nutmeggy and cinnamony and sort of very holiday feeling, and as we get closer to fall, it's more fun to fall it up now. So this is really good, and again, no sweeteners. It's really sweet and yummy. Then the 2 teas that I will sweeten are English breakfast black tea and Irish breakfast black tea. And these two, they taste very similar. English breakfast is a little more crisp. Irish breakfast has a little more give to it, if you know what I mean. It's not as intense. Both of these I drink with a slice of lemon and usually 2 teaspoons of sugar. It's just kind of how I do it. Also, I drink green tea, just green tea, and I also have that with some sugar, sometimes I don't have it with sugar, and a lemon slice. And it just looks like that. I just threw away the box, but it's these little ones. For non-caffeinated, I don't have a box right now because I just ran out, but I drink this vanilla chai, but not the decaf kind. It's exactly the same, decaf vanilla chai. But it's decaffeinated, so I can drink it, in the evenings. I also just drink peppermint tea because it's delicious, and I don't need any sweeteners with that. You might like it with honey. That's how I grew up, with like a teaspoon of honey in peppermint tea is really damn good, but I'm kind of used to it now with no sweeteners, so I just have it as peppermint. And finally, you may not have heard of this one, Bengal Spice. It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. I was raised drinking this as well. You need nothing in it. I used to drink it with like milk and honey, but that was when I was a little kid, and you really don't need anything. It's like vanilla, cinnamon, cardamom, nutmeg. It's so good. And I could just drink cup after cup after cup of this if I'm ever craving anything. And I know that Just Lose It Now was talking about this very recently. I think that's actually what spurred me to make my video last night. But she was thinking of trying to have tea before your cravings because, and that's kind of why I'm talking about this, because if you are craving something sweet, which will be the downfall of your day or make you make bad choices that'll make it harder to keep within your calories later, drinking tea can be really great because cravings are like an instant thing, and they'll sit there and nag you. But if you make a cup of tea, it takes a while to make it, and you can stand by the stove and watch the water boil and make the tea, and by the time you've got your tea, then you have to wait because it's too hot. And by the time you get to drinking the tea, your craving is incredibly strong for whatever you're craving, if you're still craving it. And the smell of the tea will have been wafting towards you, and you'll find, at least I find, my craving transfers over to the tea. So if I'm craving chocolate or Cheez-Its or whatever, if I'm craving something that I can't have, I find that having hot tea sitting next to me steeping, it like transfers my craving. And so by the time the tea's cool enough that I can drink it, I'm like totally excited to drink it. I drink it and I'm full and I'm satisfied. Sometimes I'll have like 4 cups of tea, but like, so what? It's water with flavor from leaves. And finally, I wanted to say to those of you who don't know what you want, if one of these sounded really good, if you like spicy and sweet and you don't have to put anything in it, the Bengal spice, nutcracker sweet, and then the chai in decaf or caffeinated are all really good options because they don't need any sweeteners. If you're into something with a calm sort of atmosphere about it, peppermint is really the way to go. It's not so sweet, but it's still really yummy. And then if you're into something a little more bitter, I'd go for the jasmine green tea. And then if you want a lot more bitter, I'd go for the green tea, English breakfast, or Irish breakfast. Where is it? There we go. So it really depends on your palate too. But my palate is all over the place. But if you don't know what you want, after seeing that selection, and I'm sure after this video possibly, I hope maybe other people will make their videos about the teas they like, so that we all get more ideas, you can buy a sampler. And actually, I haven't tried a lot of these, but I'll just throw them out there. 2 years ago for Christmas, I got some Bigelow samples from my friend. There's a mint one, and she also gave me vanilla almond, which I think looks really good, and I'm going to try soon. And then I bought, oh, and she also gave me these 2, which I don't think I'll ever try. I'm kind of keep them around for when friends are over. There's Raspberry Royale, which I've had before. Lemon Lift, which I've had before, neither of which I like that much, and Constant Comment, which I've never had and doesn't sound good. Maybe it's delicious, I don't know. But I also bought a sampler, because those were just gathered by my friend, but she got them out of a sampler. This is the company, Bigelow, see up there? And they make a box with a sample of their 5 most popular teas. So does Stash, and Stash is this company, and Stash actually has several sample boxes, which have led me to discover other tea flavors. I don't necessarily always buy them from Stash, but it lets me try them out. And I bought their chai sampler, because they have so many different kinds of chai. And a lot of them are really good. I just haven't bought them because I haven't run out of the little sample packets yet. But their chai sampler had decaf vanilla chai, which is very similar to the Bigelow one that I now buy. Holiday chai. Double spice chai. Chai green tea. Chai spice, not double spice. I don't know what the difference is. And then chai spice decaf. So there are a number of these teas that you can try. So I would recommend that if you really don't know what your palate is into and you don't quite know where you want to go with tea and you don't want to go spend $40 buying all these teas that you don't know whether you'd like or not, buy a sampler and try different companies too. Like Stash has a very particular flavor. Tazo has a very particular flavor. Bigelow, Celestial Seasonings, Yoga tea, they all have a very distinct signature kind of flavor, and they'll have their most popular teas, but everybody makes green tea and English breakfast, so you really have to poke around and feel. That's why I really suggest buying samplers from like all the different companies, and then picking the ones that you like the best. But tea is really great for curbing cravings, for filling you up, for giving you caffeine in the morning without a coffee, which has lots of milk and sugar, and it's just a really essential part of a dieter's kitchen, I think, because it works so well against cravings, and it also is just delicious. It's a great addition to any meal. I mean, whatever you're eating, if you have a nice hot cup of tea, to me, it feels like it's more of a home-cooked meal, and there's more fresh life in the meal. So I just really like tea because I think it's a colorful addition to everything that I eat. Okay,